Hi everyone, my name's Trudie, I'm a member of the iCubeI team and I'm also one of the vloggers. This vlog is all about SMART targets, and in this vlog I'll be focusing on the M part of the acronym, which means measurable. And remember, you can find out more about SMART targets in your taster sessions in Mark's vlog, and look for Kyle's vlog to find out about SMART targets in your normal session reviews. So how smart are you? In this vlog we'll be looking at SMART targets, and you'll be able to put your understanding of SMART to the test. We'll be starting with a reminder of what SMART actually stands for, and our main focus in this vlog will be looking at the measurable part of the SMART acronym. We'll talk about how to apply it in reviews, examples of SMART targets, and some not so SMART targets, as well as how to up-level your targets. So stay with me to find out more, and let's get smart. At the end of this video, I'll be giving you a really important final note, and I think lots of you might find it really useful to help you getting your targets measurable for your breadies. What does SMART mean? Let's refresh our memory. Sometimes some of the letters in the SMART acronym may use a different word, but they all have the same meaning. So for me, I go by the following words: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. This week we're focusing on measurable. Measurable means an amount is given so that our breadies know when they have met their target. Let's go into a little bit more depth. It can be really easy to forget to add this element into your targets, yet it's one of the easiest ones to actually put into a SMART target. We're going to look at two examples and see if you think that the target is measurable or not. Don't worry about all the other elements of SMART targets right now. Let's just get to grips with measurable. Example 1. Practice reading over the next week. It's not. Why? Though this gives a good time element using next week, it doesn't state how many times the breadie needs to practice doing the task over that week. Target 2. For your next session, practice the pronunciation of the words the and they. Measurable or not? It's not. And why? Again, here it's stated when the breadie needs to complete the target before your next lesson, but it doesn't tell them how they're going to meet the target, as it doesn't state how often they should be doing it or how many times they should be doing it. So let's get to grips at using SMART targets a little bit more. For our targets to truly meet the measurable aspect of SMART, you have to tell the breadie exactly how many times they need to do the target. It should be extremely clear to them and their grown-ups how the target can be met. It's our role to provide this information, as it will guide the breadies and their grown-ups to learner success, but also help us in meeting our teacher standards. Now we're going to look at some really good examples of SMART targets that are measurable by you guys, so keep up the really good work. And in each target I'll highlight how it meets the measurable aspect.
In the first target set for the breadie, it's clear exactly how many times to practice each of the listed words. 5 times. Similarly, in the third target set for this breadie, it says that the breadie needs to be reading the sentences that have been given to them 3 times. It's measurable because they know exactly how many times to practice it. I kind of see measurable as being able to tick off each time until you meet the requirement number. In this second review, the first target is definitely meeting our measurable criteria of SMART, as it says at least once. So it gives the breadie the option to practice it more than once, but at least once is the mandatory amount.
So this is my final note. When it comes to our reviews, remember to make them manageable. When ensuring you have a measurable target, take into consideration the size of the task you've given them and the amount of time that you've given them to complete it. All these aspects merge together and should be considered, but adding a measurable element into review is really easy to do. I thought I'd end this vlog by listing some examples of measurable phrases that you could use in your reviews too. Sometimes time elements can be misconstrued as measurable elements. The way to remember the difference is that a measurable element means that how many times or how often it needs to be done is really clear in the target. So they'll know how many times to do it in that day, that week, or whatever time element that you've used. So try to remember that difference and make sure you add a time and a measurable element. And I'll put the time aspects in the following examples in brackets so that you can see the difference and see how much clearer it is when they work together.
Say it 3 times a day for the next week. Read it once before your next lesson. Tell your grown-up or a friend twice a day for the next few days.
That's all for this week's vlog. I really hope you've enjoyed it and thank you for watching. If you'd like any more information, then please feel free to contact a member of the team. Happy teaching everyone! Bye!